My guest at this time is a superstar that is lighting up all of Twitter and social media right now as there's been an outcry to hashtag hire Shazza. It is Shazza McKenzie. Shazza, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having a camera that I can look at, and so now I'm like obsessed with how I look while I'm doing this, and I'm like, hey, okay.
Good. That's a good start to the interview. I think everybody watching out there was like more of that, less Nick Hausman talking. I think they like that.
Right.
I appreciate that. Well, how does it feel? I mean, everybody in pro wrestling seems to come out and support you here in the past week or so, and they want to see you get hired by AEW.
I mean, I would also like to be hired by AEW, so I appreciate it.
Okay.
Because my goal is to live in America and be a professional wrestler full time, and right now I live in Australia, and I just travel over here and do as much as I can when I can, and it's hard and it's taxing flying 24 hours to the other side of the world. So if I could just shorten that flight to when I want to wrestle, that'd be great.
Awesome. Well, yeah, you know, how close are we getting to that? Have you been talking to the EVPs over at AEW about coming in? Is there progress in this discussion?
I don't think there's not any specific progress or anything. I'm just taking it one day at a time and hoping that whatever happens, I trust the process, and I'll end up where I'm supposed to end up whenever I end up there.
Trust the process.
Yeah, you have to. Otherwise, you'll go insane and just have a mental breakdown, really.
I feel like most wrestlers have that tattooed on the inside of their forearm these days.
No, I just have like I have my ex-fiance's name that I've covered up. And then I have a little heart that says free, because I also like to impulse get tattoos.
Okay.
And that's why I wear long sleeves.
Ex-fiance, is that weird, like having the ex-fiance tattoo?
It's covered.
Oh.
It's covered now. It's under there. That's why I have a giant tattoo on my wrist.
Got it. There we go.
Yeah, fun facts. I also had Diva tattooed on my shoulder, and that is also covered up now.
Wonderful. Now, hey, look, we learned a whole bunch about Shazza's tattoos here.
All about facts.
I wanted to ask you real quick. I was at All Out. I watched you get taken out by Britt Baker over that top rope, but it was like a mandible claw takeout. How was that?
It was painful. It was first time I've ever been dragged over a top rope by my mouth or mandible or whatever. She like said all those words in for a match with B about all the insides of the mouth, and I was like, oh, I just mean my throat hurt and my teeth, and it made me go over.
Well, and then you had your AEW Dark match this past week, tag team action. You were in there with some heavy hitters, Nyla Rose, Leva Bates. Were you more comfortable or were you more nervous your second time around here with AEW?
I think I was more comfortable this time around, probably because the first time around I never expected to get that opportunity. So getting that opportunity was really like overwhelming, and I was like, oh my gosh. Whereas by the second time, I was like, no, I'm working hard for this, and I deserve this, and I'm going to prove that I belong here as best as I can, and hopefully good things come to those that work hard for them.
There it is. Well, I had a pleasure of calling a couple of your matches at Black Label Pro, Shazza. I know that you're on fire. You're awesome. People, yeah, right, Black? You want to say something nice about Black Label Pro?
I love Black Label Pro. Mikey, thank you so much for all your support and everything that you've done for me over the last 2 years. I really appreciate you.
Oh, man. I love how often Mikey Blanton comes up in my interviews these days. It's just, he's a nice person, right?
He's a great guy.
You're a nice person.
Oh, thank you.
Shazza, anything you want to plug, put over here before we wrap it up?
Follow me on all my socials at Shazza _McKenzie, and hashtag sign Shazza.